Hail Internet, I am Lord VikingBeard. Welcome to Speedrunners, a superhero-themed parkour racing game. You play one of a large, ever-increasing cast of superhero misfits, thrown together and set to race around a variety of tracks and locations, in an effort to be the last man, woman, chicken, cat, moose, well, last hero standing. This is a multiplayer-focused game. You can play with bots, but they are there to learn the tracks, not a lot else. There are also a set of solo missions that act as a sort of tutorial, but primarily, you will want to either be playing online or preferably on a couch with a bunch of friends so you can be within a nice good punching distance. Speedrunners at its heart is a simple premise, 4-man races where you run, jump, swing and use power-ups to get the upper hand. However, it's the sheer refinement and quality of the gameplay that really makes it shine. The controls are pretty much spot on and have a fun fluidity that feels really great. It's also a game of strategy. You can only hold one power-up and you can only store a finite amount of boost. Knowing if and when to use them is key. A prime example of this would be the golden hook, a grapple that will attempt to grab the nearest player ahead of you, pulling you toward them and then back toward you. This is awesome, but is easily squandered if a player fires it off at a faraway target without much thought, at best giving you a lead, and at worst completely dodged by the intended target. But if you use it on a nearby opponent whilst jumping over, say, a pit, and fling yourself to safety and them to their doom, it's brilliant. And also, at this tiny range, it makes it very hard for them to dodge. This sort of thinking can be applied to most of the game and will be key to defeating more skilled players and rising the ranks online. The aesthetic has a very cool 1950s comic book vibe. It is reflected most strongly in the wildly varied character design. Each character is very detailed and has some fantastic animations, really helping to give you the feel you are playing an absurd fantasy cartoon. An important thing to note is that as of writing, Speedrunners is still an early access game. However, development is still very much active and a lot of new content is often added. You can grab Speedrunners for $10.99 on Steam. Even though the game isn't finished, I feel the core is so good that, barring catastrophe, say the devs went insane and turned it into a Candy Crush clone, the game is Odin approved and worth your money as is, and should only get better with future updates. As of recording, there is a very active player base, so you will have no trouble finding matches. Farewell, and thanks for watching.